If shit is hitting the fan in your life, it's time to get excited. So, I'm just here with Arlo. We are still in Vienna. We are in this beautiful hotel. It's much nicer than the hotel yesterday. I was grateful for the one yesterday, but the shower would flood and wasn't that nice. But this one is clearly very, very, very beautiful. And it's nice because my car insurance here in Europe, in France, will cover 2 nights of a hotel when you break down. And if you're new here, my van, I'm traveling around Europe in my van, and my van is currently needing repair. I was broken down on the side of the road for 3 days because the first day I got broken down and it was like, okay, I'll try to figure out what's going on, and then tomorrow morning I'll order a tow. Next day I order a tow, and as soon as they get there, after I wait all day for it, I lost my keys. And when they got there, I couldn't go in the tow with them because my keys were nowhere to be found. And so I was like, all right, you can leave. And the guy was like, if you need, I'll come back after my shift and I'll bring you water or food, whatever you need. I was like, thanks, but I'm okay. And that's when I went straight into a black hole. I was good. I was really good. And then, like I talked about yesterday, I faced parts of myself that I didn't realize were still lingering in my subconscious and my body. And it was great because it allowed me the opportunity to work through those. And then the next day was also incredibly challenging. More so because my friend did arrive here. He came from the farm in Italy, and so we were trying to, I don't know actually which one was more so. I think the day before was more so because I was on my own and facing those parts of my subconscious, which, if you've ever done a psychedelic journey, you know that they're not always pleasant, but they are wonderful because you can get through so much. And so the next day it was one thing after another. It was one of those days where it's almost funny how every single thing seemed to go wrong. It was I don't even know how to explain it. It was just everything was going wrong. I was on the phone for over 3.5 hours with my insurance. The shower was flooding. After we finally got a hotel, we got to the hotel after finally the insurance, figured it out. And then I got there and they're like, oh, you still have to pay. I was like, why did I wait on hold all day with my insurance if they weren't even going to pay? And so it's just those things. And also they told me my van was going to be a 3,000 euro fix, without even looking at it. And they were very sexist. And so my friend Travis went in and talked to them and whatnot. And the tow truck driver said you should go in and not her because of how sexist they are here. And so that was it was one thing after another. And then what I was really, really focusing on doing, and not even focusing on doing, but just kind of where I am in my life right now is just it is what it is. When he told me it was going to be 3,000 euro, the two of them, our tow truck driver friend and Travis, they were we have bad news. And they told me, and I was just I had a moment because I was what? They haven't even looked at it yet. How are they going to tell me that? And then I was it is what it is. Anytime I find myself trying to attach to a situation and outcome and, try to change it, even though I can't change it, that's just causing this worry and anxiety and just out of alignment with myself in the moment, then I quickly try to correct that. And I think by doing that all day that day, and just as another thing would happen, it's just it's hilarious. It's hilarious. The next day, so yesterday, waking up, it was a completely different reality. It was we found a mechanic, and the mechanic was perfect. They spoke English, would see, the other people didn't. They would see the van right away. And even if it was the same issue, it was going to be half the price then, so it'd be 1,500 euro. And then towed the van there with our tow truck friend. We're buddies now. And then the problem is only a 30 euro fix. And it was just thing after thing. We got a free coffee. It was, what was the other thing that had happened? It was just everything was very easy. We met a lot of nice people. And then I found this hotel, which is great, and it's like in the budget for the insurance people, and I didn't have to talk to them at all yesterday because I know the deal now after spending the entire day trying to call them. And it was that is what I'm trying to explain. It's like when you're going through really tough times where it's just like you lose your keys and you're stranded on the side of the road, and so then you spend 3 days stranded on the side of a highway in a broken down van. It's like that is, of course, like stressful in its own way, but I was also, part of me was excited because I was like, I know that this is all shaking up to set me up for something really, really good. And I don't think yesterday was all that it was. I think that we're about to experience more and more of what that is. And so things have to fall apart in order to make space for the things coming into your life. Yesterday was the full moon. You can still do a full moon ceremony if you'd like to. I like to do burn ceremonies. We did one in my 21-day program. You can always sign up for the 21-day program. It was live for the 21 days of May, but now you can go at your own pace, and that's available below. I also have a new program, which is 21 days to get to know your divine guidance. So we'll go into knowing your divine team, your angels, your guides, your intuition, tapping into your heart. And Arlo's loving this. He actually doesn't normally like hotel life, but he likes this hotel. He prefers the van. But anyway, if you want to sign up for those programs, you can go ahead and do that below. I'm super, super excited to be taking you on that journey with me. These are the tools that have helped me so much be able to get through these very, challenging, but life-changing experiences to most optimally, in my own journey, move through them rather than resist them. Because if we resist them, then we're just going to recreate them. And then you just have to do it again in a new way, in a new manifested perceived reality with new people that are pretty much the same people as last time, just in different human perceived bodies. And so, or circumstances or whatever it is that is like that constant thing that you're manifesting. And so like, for me, like I've talked about, Lyme and mold were my greatest fears, and so I attracted a lot of that in the past month and a half. A lot of ticks, a lot of mold, feeling out of control, feeling vulnerable, feeling not protected. Like those were obviously manifested too in the situation with the van. But again and again, I get to prove to my subconscious, and that's really what we have to do, is like give our mind, our subconscious, evidence that we are not a victim to the things that we fear, that our fear is going to guide us to freedom. And so when you can face that stuff that is coming up, those hard things, and look at it and say, like, you're not real, pretty much, because if this resonates, this is what resonates with me. The only thing that's real is, I am that I am. It's the infinite love and unconditional love, infinite abundance, like this expansiveness, and anything that is like lack and fear and worry and all these things, those are just parts of the unconscious. Those are parts of the programming that keep us not even trapped, because some of the contrast has to continue to happen even in this new earth 5D energy. Like there has to be contrast in order for us to experience ourselves and to have this perceived reality. We came to earth to learn, and not just to be in our heavenly bodies. Like that is where we return to, but we came here for the experience. And to, when you're watching a movie and the light is on the screen and it's projecting onto the screen, you have to have the shadows and the different tones of darkness to watch the movie. And so we're here just to experience it all. And so when you can experience, like, even just experiencing like the panic that I was feeling after the tow truck had to leave me there, like I was like, okay, this is insane and like so overwhelming, but I was like, this is my human experience. Like we are here living in this thing that is, it's just an experience. And then you release attachment. You know that you're always going to be okay because you return home to this safety, to this infinite abundance, to this unconditional love. That's where you return home to. None of this is real. Then you can let go of attachment, and when you let go of attachment, then you also let go of the need to continue to manifest a lot of this as well. And so the topic of this is really just moving through those difficult times and getting excited for what's about to come as you do choose to consciously move through what you're going through. And so whatever it is for you, whatever challenge brought you to this video, attracted you in divine timing right here, right now, just know that it's really making space. It's guiding you there. It's happening for you. And it might not seem like it. You might wish that it was different, but try to let go of that and just lean into acceptance and trust that everything is happening in the most divinely perfect way for you. And if it's really, really chaotic, that means something really, really good is coming. There has to be balance. That's what this earth and this universe is just balance. Like that, everything has to come with its equal counterpart. With the contrast, there's we have the darkness to experience the light, you know what I'm saying? So again, if you'd like to sign up with the programs, work with me, links below. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're gonna go check out the van, make sure everything is all good, and then I might be driving off into the sunset. Go experience Austria for another week or two, and then Switzerland, and then I have a family members, a cousin's wedding that I will be going to in Switzerland, and I'm super, super excited about that. And then I'll see how the van is doing by that point, but I might go up to Norway. And so I've never really talked about it with you guys, but Norway is kind of what really brought me here. About I don't even know time and space where I am in it. But a few years ago, when I was really considering coming to Europe, right when Arlo was a puppy, so Arlo's 2.5, I was seeing a lot of Norway videos online, and I was like, I have to be there. There's something calling me. And when I look at my astrocartography, it's really good in Oslo area. It's also quite good here in Vienna, and also Ireland in the UK is very good. And when I say very good, I mean my Jupiter line. So Jupiter is really good for luck and abundance, and your sun line is really good because you're going to feel most at home and confident in yourself. Your Venus line is really good because you're going to feel very beautiful and sensual and lovey. And then if you have a Chiron, it's going to be a little challenging. So it's interesting that my lines here are so good, and it has been a challenging past few days, but also it's been such a wonderful time. When my friend was here this last week and we were traveling throughout Austria, it was so much fun. We had such a great time. And so I'm excited now to see what comes in here, because the astrocartography is incredibly accurate for me. On the farm in Italy, when I checked it, it literally said you'll find yourself in an alternative type community, which we were. It was just a beautiful experience. And then also you'll be doing volunteer work, and it was I was volunteering on a horse farm in Italy. So very, very cool. When I was on Lake Como and in Switzerland, it's you're being a little isolated out here, and it's a little challenging, and those times were hard. I didn't have the van yet. I was feeling very isolated. I had just moved to Europe. There was a language barrier. I was really missing home. And so now we'll see where the wind blows. I do use astrocartography to guide where I'd like to go, and we can talk more about that later too if you'd like, but I use astro.com, and there's quite a few settings that you have to know to do in order to really get to know your astrocartography. So let me know if you'd like to talk about that further, and we can. So go take care of the van, enjoy the day, and we will chat tomorrow. I'll let you know how it goes. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you are new here, leave a comment if you feel called to do so. That does help the channel a lot. You can just say hi to Arlo and say that you love Arlo if you would like to comment, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.